What is up, sister friend? Welcome to another episode of Heart to Heart with myself, Coach Emily. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you didn't miss last week's episode all about listening, using your voice, learning how to use your voice, stepping into the power of using your voice. A couple of you reached out. Thank you for listening. And I'm glad that it was super powerful for you. It really meant a lot that you let me know that the episode meant a lot to you. All feedback is good feedback, guys. So if you do listen and you're like, hey, like, I think we should talk about this, or I would love to hear your perspective on this, or I don't like how you do this, like, let a sister know, let me know what's going on. So, today I wanted us to talk about gratitude because when this podcast is coming out, it's going to be the day before Thanksgiving. I don't know about y'all, but Thanksgiving crept up on us. I don't know if it's because of my wedding being at the beginning of November or what. I'm officially 2 weeks wed. I am a whole ass wife for 2 weeks, which is so crazy to say. I will say, like, becoming a wife has been amazing, and I feel so much more bonded to Austin, and it's been such a blessing. And I'm so grateful. And that's kind of like gratitude is what we're going to be talking about today. And Thanksgiving for us kind of looks different now that we live in Colorado. So for me, for Thanksgiving, I kind of rotated. My parents are divorced. So I would rotate between like my parent, my dad, my mom, or we'd go to like my granny's house or my Uncle Kevin's house. And we kind of rotate around. So I didn't have any like specific traditions for Thanksgiving. I also, when I worked at Future of Fitness, I always worked a boot camp for Thanksgiving. We had like a Thanksgiving Day boot camp that we always ran. That actually always went really, really well. People love that boot camp. Us as fitness coaches now, like looking back, I don't love it, right? Because it was kind of like the mentality of like you got to burn all your calories off before you go eat them, which is like the most toxic thing ever. Especially for people who really struggle with their fitness journey, like us telling them to burn off all the calories, whatever. So my Thanksgiving always looked different. And with my ex-husband, we would go with his family. So I don't really have any traditions. So me and Austin are working on our traditions for our Thanksgiving. So when I first moved out to Colorado, we would do it with my cousin Mariah, who lived in Wyoming, but now she lives in Jersey. And so it's just us here. We don't have any family here. So if you guys have any Thanksgiving traditions that you guys do that you love, send them my way, because me and Austin are like, what the hell should we do? My idea was to for us to like pick some random fun like recipes and like have a cook off in our kitchen, try them out, like go for a walk. Cause it's usually nice here on Thanksgiving. But Austin, I don't think was too keen on that idea. So we'll see what goes on. But this time of year, right, we all grew up in school, like learning about being grateful and gratitude. And obviously we learned about you guys, I'm sure you guys know, like, can tell from my reactions to things on like a lot of my views on stuff, but I try to keep that separate from podcast. But the atrocities of Thanksgiving to Native Americans. But I won't. If you want to hear my opinions, let me know. I would be open to it if you're open to it. But I do try to keep those things to myself because that's not what this podcast is about. But we all grew up, you had to write your gratitude. You'd like make a little turkey for your mom and write gratitude on there for her and all these things. And gratitude as something I think we don't fully grasp. I think it's not something that we don't realize has such a big impact on our lives. And as a fitness coach, as an entrepreneur, like a lot of personal development coaches, people that you look up to, role models that have had a lot of success in their business, they talk a ton about gratitude. But I think gratitude is such a personal experience that just telling someone to list three pieces of gratitude every single day is a good start, but everybody experiences gratitude differently. And I think I want you to start working on your gratitude practice, your personal gratitude practice, because when we are coming from a place of gratitude, energetically, we are opening ourselves up to the universe, if you say universe, whatever that you say, but you're opening yourself up to opportunity. You're opening yourself up to connection. You're opening yourself up to peace, to contentment, to satisfaction. Gratitude is like the secret sauce to you actually being fulfilled in your life. And this is why I think it's so personal, because sometimes just like writing down a gratitude list it doesn't do it, right? It doesn't do it for us. Maybe you've done it a couple of times and you're like, this isn't really making a difference for me. And so there is some studies that show, though, you do have to do a gratitude practice for an extended period of time. I think like 10 days, and then you start to really create a posture of gratefulness. But I can understand where you're coming from if you struggle with gratitude. When I was growing up, I wasn't very grateful. When hindsight 20, like looking back, I feel a little bit of shame about it. But I really struggled with this mentality of, I was given shitty cards in life that I would look at other people and wish I had what they had. I would look at other families and wish I had what they had. And I would constantly, kind of put myself down, being like, I've told you guys my shadow before, like, you don't deserve anything. And that shadow has no gratitude in it. It has no opportunity for gratitude, because it's saying you get nothing. And so if you're walking around with this mentality, this posture of, I don't get to have, or I don't, like, I was dealt shitty cards, or, I don't have what they have, you look at life in a very small way. That was me for so long. I would look at my friends in high school and just be like, they really, like, they got it good. They got it so much better than me. Their parents make a lot of money. They're in sports, they're in clubs, they're excelling, they're doing well, they're getting, boys like them, all these things. And it was almost like I had blinders on, right? Because I'm looking at things without gratitude in my own life. And I'm looking at things and I cannot see all the things that I have, because I'm so focused on what I don't have. Okay. And when you are so focused on what you don't have, you will constantly feel like you're chasing. You will constantly feel like, yeah, I don't deserve anything, because I'm only looking at the things that I don't have. And so gratitude is life changing. Obviously, like, as a teenager, you need to be humbled. You don't know a lot. You're pretty naive. You haven't seen much of the world. And, you only know your experiences. I have like makeup on my eyelids, so I'm just, don't understand. And so you have these blinders on, and you may be doing that right now. And this is not to shame you and to judge you. It's to help you peel off those blinders. Because by having gratitude, by having gratefulness for the things you have, keeps you in a state of peace. It's not settling when you're using gratitude. It's not saying, like, don't work hard. It's not saying don't keep going after your dreams. But it opens your eyes to say, like, you have so much more than you could ever need. And you have so much that focusing on the things you don't have is only sinking you deeper and deeper in your hole. And so, as we're in a week full of gratitude and trying to remember all the things we do have, this is something that I'm going to encourage you to continue to do. So I don't always write down my gratitude. I don't always but I think about it, and I try to feel it in my heart. And gratitude is not like always has to be about the accomplishments you have, or how much money you have, or anything like that. It could literally be, I am so grateful that I can wake up in the morning, make a cup of coffee, pour water out of my freaking refrigerator. That is like, it's like almost this like granular humbling, like getting so like, I have so much. And there is this toxic gratitude where I've heard people say, and I had a client once on our one-to-one sessions express that her mother used to say, like, be grateful there are people starving in Africa. And I think that is a little bit shameful and toxic, because just because someone has less than you doesn't mean that you can't want more. But I think that sometimes we forget how much we do have, because we all live, us, especially us entrepreneurs, we live in this world so different than the rest of than other people. Like, our world is so different. It's really hard to describe unless you're in it. And saying like, well, people wish they had what you had, that's like toxic and shameful. And I think like puts us in a place of making us small. And that's not what gratitude's supposed to be. Gratitude is supposed to be, in my opinion, this warming in your heart of realization that everything's going to be okay because you have so much. You have people that love you. You have food in your refrigerator. You're able to pay your bills. You have friends that you can call, that you can laugh with. You have people who are inspired by you. Like, what? Like, that is something to be so grateful for. So this warming in your heart and this openness to being like, because when we're grateful and we're in this place of gratitude, we almost want to bring more people in. We want to have more people in. It's like this opening, this hug, this like, hey, I have so much. I am so grateful. I want to share it with you. When I was in that place of blinders on, everybody has it better than me, and nobody really likes me, I just got the shitty cards. I wasn't open. If anything, I was like a 3-year-old holding onto the one toy they have, not realizing there are 16 toys in the room. And then if they shared that toy, they could make a friend, which would mean way more than the stupid toy. The blinders, it's blinders, guys. And so really what I want to encourage you today is find your gratitude practice and start reminding yourself of all the things you have, even on the shit days. Those are probably the days you need it most, because bad days come around. We all know it. As entrepreneurs, we know it. We know it. And it is harder on the days when it's not going well to remind ourselves what we are grateful for and what we do have, because we are stuck in with blinders on of what's going wrong. And just like your clients, your fitness clients, when you tell them like focus on what you're doing well, not what you're not doing well. So it's the same thing, because if you sit there and beat yourself up about how bad you're having it, how shitty it's going, one, that's not a lot of faith, but it's also not a lot of gratitude. You get it is a privilege to send out an email list, to do sales calls, for your whole occupation to be social media. That's a privilege, and it's something to be grateful for. And it's something to remind yourself that like, hey, it's just a bad day. It's not a bad life. It's not a bad business. I'm not a bad person. It's just a bad day. And I'm so grateful that I get this opportunity to try again tomorrow. I'm so grateful that I have an opportunity to learn from this experience. This doesn't invalidate your feelings of the bad day. It doesn't say that there won't be more bad days, but it's reminding ourselves that we have so much to be grateful for. I mean, if you've only sold one bloody client, one, you've changed one life, sister friend. You have helped someone else find their light, find more of themselves, find their things to be grateful for. And so it's so much bigger than you. And if we are able to continue to stay grateful, to stay focused on like being humble and loving ourselves and loving the life that we get to live, and seeing that we have so much to be thankful for every single day, we're going to change more lives, right? Because nobody wants to work with someone who has the blinders on, who's chasing the next best thing, who thinks, oh, if I get 10 more clients, then I'll be just like her. If I make $1 million, I'll be just like her. You won't, because you're not grateful. You're not loving. You're only chasing. So I encourage you, once again, to work on your gratitude practice. Mine comes in small waves. I do it a lot in the small moments, like making my breakfast. I'll be like, wow, I'm really grateful I get to eat this. I'm really grateful I get to eat this at my counter at the time that I want to eat it. I'm grateful that I have food that nourishes me. I'm grateful that I have money that can pay for this food. I'm also grateful for myself, right? Say that too. You're grateful for you, for the hard things you've been through, from the hard days to the laughs, to how amazing you are, to how awesome you are. Be grateful for that too, because humbling doesn't mean that you don't exist. Humbling doesn't mean that you should put yourself at the bottom of the barrel like you're nothing. Humbling means that you know you matter and you are grateful for yourself and that you are willing to do whatever it takes to make your impact in this world. And humbling means use gratitude to check yourself, that ego is not running the ship, that your purpose, your mission, your light is. Okay. So as you walk into Thanksgiving tomorrow, maybe your family sits around the table and everybody says something that they're grateful for. Or if you're alone, sit down, make your meal, and do a practice with yourself. And be really open to whatever comes up. And if it's still really hard, that's okay too. But I really encourage it. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you really enjoyed this episode, please send it out to your other sister friends. Comment, subscribe, like, all the things, share. It really helps. It also means a lot to me. That was really hard for me to start saying at first, telling you guys to share my podcast because it felt like self-centered. So just being truth first there. So now though I'm realizing, like, remember the mission. It's okay to ask to share. So if you do share this, thank you so much. And then also, if you haven't been watching my Instagram, and I've been obnoxiously posting about my Black Friday deals, by Black Friday, I have a super special Black Friday. So there are, as of today of this podcast recording, there are 2 spots left for energetic scheduling. That may change by next week. So just stay tuned on my Instagram for updates on that. So if you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Emmyfit, EMMEFITT. But my Black Friday deals, so I'm offering 15% off energetic scheduling mini sessions. So there's a 3-session option and a 5-session option. The 3-session option includes 2 custom energetic schedule edits. And then the 5-session option, why is this so hard to say? Option comes with 3 custom energetic schedule audits, 5, and then 3 or 5 1-hour one-on-one energetic scheduling sessions, and then 24/5 tech support access to me. And in these sessions, we are going to create your energetic schedule. We're going to dive deep into your energy type through human design and make sure your schedule matches your energy type so that you can live a more sustainable business life as an entrepreneur. You feel less overwhelmed, you feel more productive. And also, my favorite one, guilt-free time off. Who doesn't want that, right? We all know the guilt as an entrepreneur. So these sessions are going to be 15% off. The link is in the notes. So go ahead and check it out. There's a whole page giving you more details of all of the sessions. On Black Friday specifically, I'm offering an additional discount on my single session energetic scheduling session. So not a mini pack, just one session that will be 90 minutes instead of 60 minutes long. And we're going to dive into a scheduling audit based on your energy type. And then I will create one custom energetic schedule for you with no edits. This is for my ladies who just want to dip their toes into energetic scheduling, see what it's all about, not ready to commit to the mini sessions, or you feel pretty good about your schedule. You just want a few tweaks to it. So there'll be right now they are discounted, but there will be a super special discount with the energetic scheduling session. Also, if you do buy a single energetic scheduling session, you will get access to my energetic scheduling 101 mini course, which is going live on Black Friday as well, which I'm so excited about. So this has been really fun to create. The energetic scheduling 101 is a self-paced course to help you create your own schedule. So there would be no calls or anything like that, but you would have access to the WhatsApp chat, Energetic Ladies WhatsApp chat, to ask questions, show me your schedule, get a little feedback. I don't want to leave you hanging. But the Energetic Scheduling 101 mini course will be launching on Black Friday, and it goes over all of the energy types and how to create your schedule based on your energy type. So go ahead and check all of those things out. Links are in the show notes. If you have any questions, you can obviously message me on Instagram at Emmyfit. You could also, if you're in the Energetic Ladies WhatsApp chat, just message me there as well. So all that to say, hope you guys have an amazing day. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourselves. Eat so many mashed potatoes because that's what I live for, and pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving. So enjoy yourself, and I will talk to you soon.